Good morning, dear students. This is the fourth video of History, Chapter 11. Chapter name is The Making of the National Movement 1870 to 1947. And this video is for the student of Standard 8. Students, here in this video, we are going to cover very important topic of this chapter, that is Khilafat movement, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, which started from Dandi March, and cabinet mission plan. Finally, we will see that how India divided into two, that is Pakistan and India. So let's begin. You can see here first movement was Khilafat agitation and the non-cooperation movement. When we talk about the Khilafat movement, students, you should just focus on the word that it is Khilaf. Okay, it means if you are going against someone, that is Khilaf in Urdu. So Khilafat movement was the movement which started by the Muslim community in India as well as worldwide to support the Caliph. Actually, during the First World War, the head of the Muslim community, Caliph, was there in Turkey, and he was just removed from his throne by the Britishers during the World War. He was just misbehaved, he was just dismissed from his throne, and the region of the Turkey was occupied by the British and their allies. This hurts the sentiments of the Muslims who were just living here in India. They just decided to stood together and go against the British rule. Finally, it was supported by Gandhiji. As you know that Gandhiji always just trying to unite Hindu and Muslim. So he just saw that it is a good opportunity. So he just tried to merge the non-cooperation movement into Khilafat movement. When we talk about the non-cooperation movement, so its aim was that Congress demanded Swaraj. Swaraj means self-rule, Swaraj. They wanted to reduce the wrongs against Punjab. Already you have read that what happened in 1919 in Punjab and Haryana, that Jallianwala Bagh incident happened and many people were just killed by General Dyer. So the aim and objective of the non-cooperation movement was to just overthrow the power of Britishers and to bring Swaraj for the country. So non-cooperation movement, Mahatma Gandhi decided that and realized that Britishers are able to live here in India and able to survive for a long time only because of our cooperation. So it is better not to cooperate them, and if we do so, then Britishers will never be able to just survive here. So by thinking this, Gandhiji decided and he called non-cooperation movement. Many people joined the movement. Here what people has to do, they have to simply refuse to cooperate the Britishers, either as a student or as a worker. So thousands of students left government controlled schools and colleges. Many lawyers such as Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, C. Rajgopalachari and Asaf Ali gave up their practices. British titles were surrendered and legislatures boycotted. People lit public bonfires of foreign clothes. So this was complete boycott of the British. In this, people decided not to cooperate them anymore. People's initiative, you can see non-cooperation became a non-violent in most of the places. Some interpreted Gandhi's message in their own way. Many were, especially in the tribal area, in the village areas, people just took or just they have taken the Gandhiji message in their own way. They just opted violence. One person was there, Alluri Sitaram Raju. He was the follower of Mahatma Gandhi, but he just said that by just following the path of Mahatma Gandhi, that is non-violence, we cannot bring the independence. So that's why he just urged the people to just take the weapon and go against the Britishers. Next you can see here, people in initiatives were in Kheda, Patidars, peasants against high land revenue. In Andhra and Tamil Nadu, liquor shops were picketed. Picketed meaning is that if you are simply trying to convince other not to purchase the things which is harmful for them or the nation, that is picketing. Tribal and poor peasants started forest satyagraha against new forest laws. In Sindh and Bengal, support Khilafat movement. In Punjab, Sikh demanded to remove corrupt mahants from gurudwaras. In Assam, tea garden laborers demanded to increase wages. Gandhiji referred to as Gandhi Raj. Now every people just started saying that now finally what came? Gandhi Raj came. The happening of 1922 to 1929, you can see here one incident happened nearby Chauri Chaura. Many people were just passing from that police station, and one policeman or somewhere they were attacked. Peaceful protesters were attacked and they became violent. They just launched their movement onto the police station. They just charged the police station, killed 22 policemen. That hurts Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi said that no, this is not my way of satyagraha. So he quickly realized that till this time also people are not ready. People are not ready yet to understand the meaning of satyagraha and non-violence movement. So he called off the movement. Next movement which Mahatma Gandhi started, that was civil disobedience movement, and this movement is started with a incident, that is Salt March. So Salt March, obviously this was the movement in which Mahatma Gandhi made salt. Dandi March is its other name, Dandi March, Salt March, or White River Movement. Three names you can just say of this Dandi March. So from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, Mahatma Gandhi just traveled 240 miles. He just covered in 24 days. It was the year 1930. Mahatma Gandhi decided to start a nationwide movement, and he was thinking for a long time that how to unite the sentiment of both poor and rich. So he found that salt. On salt, Britishers imposed 10 times tax. So that's why Mahatma Gandhi decided that poor people and rich people both are using salt, and that is their basic need. So if I will take this as an agenda, so this will help me to unite both of them and to get the support from both society. So Mahatma Gandhi decided to start civil disobedience movement with Dandi March. So in Dandi March, Mahatma Gandhi with his follower, he started the voyage. He started the journey with 72 people. On his way, 60,000 people, approximately 60,000 people joined the group. Finally, he reached to the destination. He just made salt and he was arrested also, because he was knowing that he is about to break the law, because on salt making there was a restriction for the Indians. Indians cannot make salt on their own. So that's why when he just broke the law, immediately he was arrested. Later on, his journey just continued, and he was just called by Lord Irwin to sign Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Cabinet mission came over here in India in March 1946. 3 members cabinet mission sent to Delhi to suggest suitable framework for independence. Now it was the time when India was about to get the independence. After the failure of cabinet mission, what happened? Muslim League demand for Pakistan on 16th August 1946, Direct Action Day. It means riots broke out in Calcutta. Thousands were died. By March 1947, violence spread in North India. Millions of people forced to flee from their home, tortured and killed. So that was the time when India and Pakistan were just about to get independence, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, because of Muhammad Ali Jinnah only, Pakistan demand just came, and he was very rigid with his followers that no, we want a separate nation for the Muslim community, and finally he just got that. So you can see sisters became separated. 14th August Pakistan independence and 15th August India's independence. So in this way, finally, what part of India we have, you can see from here: India, Pakistan, Okay, and you can see the boundary of India. Eastern side, earlier East Pakistan was there when our country was divided. Later on that became only Bangladesh. So thank you for watching. Thank you very much.